Hello and welcome. I'm your host Aditi Singh and you're watching My India. With a vast diaspora spread across the globe, India has always stood as a pillar of support in times of crisis, resolute in protecting its people and bringing them home. When the Iran-Israel conflict escalated, plunging the region into turmoil, India responded with speed and precision, launching Operation Sindhu to evacuate not only its own citizens but also those from neighboring Nepal and Sri Lanka. True to its legacy, from Operation Rahat in Yemen to missions in Afghanistan and Ukraine, India continues to lead with compassion and courage, reaffirming its global role as a dependable guardian in times of need.
As tensions flared in West Asia following the recent Iran-Israel escalation, the region was quickly engulfed in chaos. In the days that followed, relentless missile strikes, air raids, and the looming threat of a wider regional conflict created a perilous environment for thousands. Even with a fragile ceasefire now in place, uncertainty continues to hang over the region. Amid this volatile backdrop, India launched Operation Sindhu, a swift and compassionate humanitarian mission aimed at ensuring the safe return of its citizens, as well as nationals from neighboring countries. In a complex operation driven by urgency and care, India has successfully evacuated thousands of students and civilians from both Iran and Israel. Reaffirming its steadfast commitment to the safety of Indians abroad, the Ministry of External Affairs is actively coordinating flights and support to bring its people home.
See, we launched Operation Sindhu on 18th of June. We have around 10,000 people of Indian community members in Iran, around 40,000 people in Israel who are Indian nationals. From Iran, we have so far evacuated 3,426 Indian nationals, 11 OCI card holders, 9 Nepalese nationals, and some Sri Lankan nationals as well. As far as Israel is concerned, we have so far evacuated 818 Indian nationals in 4 flights.
As the conflict persists, Indian missions remain on high alert, relocating nationals from high-risk zones and coordinating further evacuations as needed. Citizens in both countries are advised to stay in close contact with Indian embassies, emergency helplines, and the MEA's 24/7 control room in New Delhi. The operation reflects seamless coordination across Indian diplomatic missions. Many evacuees, now safely home, have expressed deep relief and gratitude for the swift response.
बच्चों के साथ बहुत मुश्किल था, लेकिन गवर्नमेंट ने हमारी इंडियन गवर्नमेंट ने बहुत हेल्प की हमारी, और हम लोग को इस मुश्किल से निकाला बहुत जल्द से जल्द. उसके लिए हम लोग थैंक यू करते हैं इंडियन एम्बेसी को, और जितने भी तमाम लोग ग्राउंड लेवल पे भी जो लोग लगे थे उन लोगों को भी, और जो हायर अथॉरिटीज थी उनको भी.
पर वाइज मैन जिस इंस्टीट्यूट से मैं हूँ, क्योंकि उसमें हिट हुआ था, उनके इंटरनेशनल ऑफिस के लोग, एम्बेसी ऑफ इंडिया इन इजराइल, एम्बेसी ऑफ इंडिया इन इजिप्ट, एंड ऑफ कोर्स आवर फाइटर्स हियर, उन लोगों ने बहुत ही अच्छे से, बहुत ही सेफली, बहुत लंबा जर्नी था, बहुत ज्यादा लंबा, पर बहुत सेफ फील हुआ.
India's missions on the ground remain on high alert, mapping high-risk zones and swiftly moving nationals to safer areas. Extending its helping hand beyond borders, India is also assisting citizens from friendly neighbors like Nepal and Sri Lanka, reaffirming its role as a compassionate and reliable regional partner.
बहुत इन्होंने किया, बहुत अच्छा किया. शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहता हूँ इंडियन गवर्नमेंट को, इंडियन एम्बेसी को, हर किसी को हर किसी लिए हेल्प किया है उसको शुक्रिया, दिल से शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहता हूँ.
तेहरान में हालत कुछ दिनों के लिए बहुत ख़राब था, जैसे कि हर रोज़ रात को ये लोग अटैक करते थे ये सब. फिर उसके बाद हम लोग इंडियन एम्बेसी ने अरेंज किया मशरत के लिए, वहाँ पे सेफ था. होटल, ट्रांसपोर्टेशन, फ्लाइट, सब कुछ तो बहुत अच्छा था।
India's swift launch of Operation Sindhu reflects its enduring commitment to protecting its citizens in times of global crisis. Over the past decade, India has led several high-stakes evacuation missions, reinforcing its reputation as a nation that stands by its people, wherever they may be.
The evacuations during this Operation Sindhu, I would say, are a model of 21st century evacuations, which are smarter, technologically backed, communication effective. For example, our diplomats in various embassies and missions were on instant touch on emails with the Indians who were looking to get back to India. So communication via emails, via phones, via whatever WhatsApp messages, and other centralized data planning. So this, I would say, is a 21st century evacuation.
In 2015, during the height of the Yemeni civil war, India executed Operation Rahat, rescuing over 4,600 Indian nationals and citizens of other countries from the war-ravaged region under extremely dangerous conditions. In 2021, as the situation in Afghanistan unraveled, India once again acted decisively, evacuating its citizens and diplomats from Kabul, highlighting its agility in the face of rapidly shifting geopolitical realities. During the Russia-Ukraine conflict, India's embassy in Kiev worked around the clock to facilitate the safe passage of thousands of Indian nationals, organizing coordinated ground transport and multiple flights under Operation Ganga. Now, with Operation Sindhu, India continues this legacy, sending a clear and powerful message. The safety and security of Indian citizens will always be a top priority, no matter the distance or danger.
India's journey in science and innovation is defined by its real-world impact. Across the nation, from modest laboratories to advanced research institutes, scientists and innovators are working tirelessly to address local challenges with indigenous solutions. These breakthroughs are not just made in India, they are made for India, transforming lives and empowering communities. Join us as we explore how homegrown research is turning hope into healing and science into lasting social change.
In labs across India, scientists are shaping a new era of public health, one where innovation is world-class and rooted in Indian needs. From Bengaluru to Hyderabad and Pune to Ahmedabad, biotechnology breakthroughs are redefining medicine, research, and accessibility. A standout effort is underway in Gujarat, where Gujarat Biotechnology University, GBU, in partnership with industry player Cellimmune, is developing an indigenous version of CAR T-cell therapy, a cutting-edge cancer treatment that typically costs over $400,000 USD per patient in the United States. With GBU leading research and development and Cellimmune preparing it for clinical use, this life-saving therapy could soon be accessible to Indian patients at a fraction of the global cost.
CAR-T थेरेपी एक ऐसा थेरेपी है जो बहुत ही ज़्यादा एक्सपेंसिव है। USA में अगर मैं बात करूं तो इसका कॉस्ट अराउंड $4 to $5 लाख पर डोज। एक ही डोज पड़ता है वो मैं मानता हूं, बट $4 to $5 लाख दैट्स ह्यूज। इट्स एज गुड एज कि इंडियन पॉपुलेशन के मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द इंडियन पॉपुलेशन के लिए ये समझिए ये थेरेपी है ही नहीं, क्योंकि हमारे पास तो उतने पैसे हैं ही नहीं। अगर कुछ एलाइट सेक्शन को हम के अलावा बाकी में पॉपुलेशन में कैपेबिलिटी है नहीं। तो अगर ये थेरेपी अगर हमें इंडियन पॉपुलेशन के लिए एक्सेसिबल एंड अफोर्डेबल करना हो तो इसका कॉस्ट तो हमें कट डाउन करना ही है, और कॉस्ट घटाने का एक जो तरीका है वो है इंडिजिनस होम ग्रोन टेक्नोलॉजीज।
तो हमारी कोशिश ये है कि अगर उसको हम कॉस्ट को रिड्यूस कर सकें, जो कि इस प्रोजेक्ट का सबसे बड़ा उद्देश्य है, तो ये आम जनता के लिए एक पॉसिबिलिटी होगी कि वो भी बच पाए। फिलहाल तो ये ब्लड कैंसर है, पर ये जो टेक्निक है इसका बेसिस जो है जिसे हम CAR-T सेल कहते हैं, इस बेसिस से आगे चल के आप ब्लड कैंसर, फ्लूइड का कैंसर है पर आप ट्यूमर के कैंसर को भी अप्रोच कर सकते हैं।
Long known as the pharmacy of the world for its affordable medicines, India is now emerging as a hub for biotech innovation. Over the past decade, the country has become one of the top 12 biotech destinations globally, advancing in vaccines, diagnostics, gene therapies, and bioinformatics. Backed by strong government support, private partnerships, and a skilled talent pool, the sector is thriving. The Bio E3 policy, launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, envisions biotechnology as a core pillar of India's economy, driving innovation through AI, machine learning, and data-driven healthcare solutions.
प्रधानमंत्री जी ने बायो E3 पॉलिसी निकाली, मतलब बायोटेक्नोलॉजी बेस्ड इकोनॉमी। तो आप सोच के देखिए कि क्या इसका इम्पैक्ट हो सकता है, क्योंकि टेक्नोलॉजी हमेशा इंजीनियरिंग, स्पेस और इन चीज़ों में यूज़ हुई है। अब टेक्नोलॉजी जब बायोलॉजी में घुसकर आ रही है तो आप ये सोचिए कि आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस भी अब उसमें आ गया, मशीन लर्निंग उसमें आ गई, तो इसका बहुत भयंकर स्कोप है।
India's biotech revolution isn't confined to its metros. States like Gujarat, Telangana, Karnataka, and Maharashtra are fast emerging as dynamic biotech corridors, where universities, startups, and industry are joining forces to tackle the country's toughest health challenges. From pioneering affordable cancer treatments to creating next-gen vaccines, Indian researchers are showing that innovation doesn't need to be imported. It can be imagined, engineered, and delivered right here at home.
In a vibrant celebration of faith, tradition and unity, Ahmedabad hosted the Rath Yatra. But what made this annual event truly special was not just the grandeur of the chariots or the devotion of the pilgrims. It was the spirit of communal harmony that the Yatra represented. What stood out was the active participation of members from the Muslim community who joined hands in serving pilgrims, offering refreshments and ensuring a peaceful, joyous event. As Ahmedabad embarked on this grand spiritual journey, it also set a powerful example for the nation. A message that with mutual respect and love, unity in diversity was not just a slogan, but a living, breathing reality. Take a look.
In a powerful symbol of India's enduring unity in diversity, India celebrated Rath Yatra festival, marking the annual journey of Lord Jagannath along with his siblings Lord Balabhadra and Goddess Subhadra. Originating from Puri city of India's Odisha, the tradition of chariot pulling dates back to more than 1000 years and is celebrated globally. In this spirit, the country, in a heartfelt display of harmony and brotherhood, recently witnessed Muslim community from Gujarat's Ahmedabad city enthusiastically participating in the joyous celebration alongside Hindus.
यहाँ पर हम लोग महाराज का स्वागत करते हैं और रथ यात्रियों का स्वागत करते हैं और जितने भी यहाँ लोग आते हैं उनको हम वेलकम करते हैं। जितने भी मुस्लिम परिवार रोड साइड पे रहते हैं और इनसाइड रहते हैं, वो अपने बच्चों को लेकर के रोड पर आए हैं और अपने बच्चों के साथ वो रथ यात्रा देखते हैं। तो कितना फियरलेस एटमॉस्फेयर है, कितना एकता का एटमॉस्फेयर है।
From serving refreshments to ensuring crowd discipline and safety, the Muslim community came forward, becoming an integral part of the Yatra's success.
भगवान जगन्नाथ जी का पर्व हर साल हम आते हैं और भगवान की रक्षा से ही गुजरात का विकास और देश का विकास हो रहा है। जगन्नाथ जी यहाँ भी है, उड़ीसा में भी है और सब जगह पे है। पर मुझे लगता है कि ये पर्व जो है वो हमारे लिए एक बहुत आनंद का पर्व है और हमारी आस्था भी है, हमारे सारे हिंदुओं की आस्था है और ये जगह पे आना एक पवित्र धाम है।
Like Gujarat, people in different states, cutting across diverse backgrounds, were also witnessed pulling chariots together, making it a celebration of equality and humility.
Now, let's delve into World in Focus, featuring the latest global developments and events shaping our world.
Animals at Karlsruhe Zoo in southern western Germany were treated to frozen food and cold shower as the country marked its hottest day of the year to date, with temperature of up to 37 degrees Celsius. Polar bears were seen jumping into their outdoor pool after blocks of frozen food floating in the water as Seattle's giant tortoise and emus were treated to a shower. Contrary to common belief, polar bears do not suffer more from the heat than other animals, said Karlsruhe Zoo spokesman, provided they are given opportunities to cool down. Not far from the polar bear's enclosure, zookeepers used garden hoses to shower Seattle's giant tortoise and emus, both of which appeared to enjoy the treat. A Gothic church in Poland has been transformed into a lush indoor forest as part of an innovative art installation. The interior of the historic St. John's Church in Gdańsk is now adorned with plants, trees and shrubs, creating a unique multi-sensory experience for visitors. The immersive experience includes not only plants but also sound composed by artists, custom-designed fragrance and a florist installation called Rosatia by artist Gosia Golinska. Musician Martin Demeter, who contributed to the sound composition, described it as a combination of various natural sounds including forests, rivers and Baltic Sea. Even the world's first all-electric raceboat series gave early morning commuters in London a taste of the sport with a run-out against the backdrop of iconic landmarks Tower Bridge and House of Parliament. Backed by some of the biggest names in sports, entertainment and business, the UIM Event World Championship sees 9 teams racing in the specially created Even Race Bird across 4 continents. The first-of-a-kind electric raceboat combined fully electric propulsion with pioneering hydrofoil technology to fly above the water at foiling speed. Backed by the likes of Rafael Nadal, NFL icon Tom Brady, the championship's 7 race stops include Lake Maggiore, Dubrovnik, Monaco, Miami, Doha and Jeddah. And in October, the championship will visit Africa for first time with an event in Lagos, Nigeria.
From remote villages to global markets, India's handicraft industry is weaving a vibrant tale of heritage, creativity and opportunity. Traditional skills are being reimagined with a modern flair, breathing new life into age-old art forms and creating both livelihoods and national pride. Join us as we explore how Indian artisans are crafting timeless masterpieces, preserving culture while inspiring the generations to come.
Zulfikar Alam, one among thousands of skilled artisans in Uttar Pradesh, has helped transform the small town of Nagina into India's renowned wood and craft city. Since 1971, Zulfikar has been more than just a master craftsman. He's a guardian of Nagina's centuries-old wood carving tradition. At his workshop, over 70 artisans breathe life into blocks of wood, carving intricate pieces that reflect both heritage and precision. Zulfikar's tireless efforts to empower local talent and preserve this timeless art form have earned him numerous accolades, making him a true torchbearer of India's cultural legacy.
मैं 71 से मैंने ये काम शुरू किया है। पहले काम सीखा 3-4 साल तक, उसके बाद हमने सप्लाई शुरू करी। मुरादाबाद के, दिल्ली के एक्सपोर्टरों को बाद सप्लाई करा और 92 से मैंने एक्सपोर्ट लाइसेंस लेकर डायरेक्ट एक्सपोर्ट शुरू किया।
Despite its modest size, Nagina is famed for its intricately carved wooden items, known for traditional designs and exceptional quality. Artisans here work magic, seasoning woods like shisham, teak, and mango before meticulously carving them into durable, decorative pieces. Today, around 8,000 to 10,000 artisans craft boxes, trunks, key holders, and more, exporting their work to markets in the USA, Germany, the UK, and the Gulf.
यहाँ का जितना भी प्रोडक्ट है उसका 90% एक्सपोर्ट होता है, 10% समझ लीजिए रिजेक्शन वगैरह का जो वो लोकल मार्केट में या लोकल मार्केट के टेस्ट के हिसाब से हो। तो ये अच्छी बात है कि यहाँ का जितना भी प्रोडक्ट है वो एक्सपोर्ट ओरिएंटेड है, निर्यात ही होता है उसका।
यहाँ पे मुझे बहुत सारी चीज़ें पसंद आई, जैसे कॉफ़ी मग और कैंडल स्टैंड और बच्चों के लिए बहुत सारे गेम्स भी हैं यहाँ पे।
Believed to have originated during the British era, the city has now become a major hub for woodcraft. Government initiatives like Hunar Haat and craft fairs have helped promote the tradition while providing vital market access to expand its reach.
India's handicraft sector is flourishing with over 7 million artisans across the country. The government is playing a key role in its revival through training, skill development and financial support. These efforts reach even remote regions like Rajouri in Jammu and Kashmir, where traditional crafts are being preserved and local youth empowered to become self-reliant.
In the remote villages of Jammu and Kashmir, a quiet revival is underway as youth engage in restoring the traditional Chikti woodcraft. With support from the Department of Handicrafts, hundreds in regions like Rajouri are receiving skill training under a special development program. India currently has 744 handicraft clusters, employing over 212,000 artisans and offering 35,000 plus unique products. The government is also providing financial aid and business loans to help artisans build craft-based enterprises in their hometowns.
बहुत बदलाव आएगा क्योंकि इससे ये होगा कि ये जो सीख कर जाएंगे एक एक आदमी को इनको अलावा ये 20-15 आदमी और 12 आदमी की एक सोसाइटी बना सकते हैं, तो 20 आदमी का तकरीबन 300-400 आदमी का और रोजी रोटी का मसला जो है हल हो जाएगा।
According to a recent Statista report, India's woodcraft exports, an important part of the handicraft sector, rose significantly in financial year 2024, surpassing 1.78 billion USD. With skill training for youth and the development of world-class craft clusters, the handicraft sector is becoming a key driver of India's Vision 2047, boosting employment, preserving heritage, and expanding exports.
India's rich history lives on through timeless treasures preserved in museums across the nation. Discover the enchanting world of Hyderabad's Salar Jung Museum, where art, history and imagination converge. From rare Indian artifacts to European masterpieces and icons like the musical clock and twin-faced statue, every exhibit whispers a story from the past, inviting you on a journey through time.
In the heart of India's southern Hyderabad city, on the banks of the Musi River, stands a monument not to war or politics, but to passion, the Salar Jung Museum. Housed in a grand, white dome building, it holds one of the world's largest collections by a single person, Nawab Mir Yusuf Ali Khan, known as Salar Jung III. Born into a powerful family, he briefly served as Prime Minister of the Hyderabad princely state before dedicating his life to collecting art. Opened to the public in 1951, the museum draws thousands of visitors each year, offering a walk through centuries of global art and heritage. The staff proudly describe it as more than a museum. It's a space where the past comes alive, inviting visitors to truly connect with history.
It caters to the needs of all the visitors who come and visit the museum. That's why here you can feel history and you can enjoy the collection, you can enjoy the artifacts, and you can also learn from these artifacts.
Walking through the cool marble halls of the Salar Jung Museum, the world unfolds piece by piece. One sculpture stops visitors in their tracks. The Veiled Rebecca by Italian artist Giovanni Benzoni, carved from marble so delicately it looks like she's draped in a real veil. But the museum's most iconic piece is the Mephistopheles and Margareta statue, carved from a single block of sycamore wood. Inspired by Goethe's Faust, it shows two contrasting faces, Mephistopheles on one side, sly and sinister, Margareta on the other, soft and sorrowful. Visitors circle in awe, struck by both the craftsmanship and symbolism. The museum also houses a rich collection of European art, offering a window into centuries of creativity and cross-cultural influence.
One remarkable thing about this museum is they have arranged objects, statues and all the things according to their time period. So you can see the architectural or artistic evolution over a period of time.
Among the many marvels of the museum, one piece continues to mesmerize visitors with its charm and precision, the 19th century musical clock from England. Every hour, a bearded figure emerges to strike a gong, delighting visitors with its intricate movement and sound.
फर्स्ट टाइम विजिट किए हैं यहाँ पे, हैदराबाद ही पहले आए हैं और यहाँ पे महाराजों की तलवार, महाराजों का रथ और मूर्तियाँ, स्टैचूज़ वगैरह है, बहुत पसंद आया हमें। क्लॉक थी यहाँ पे जो ऑटोमेटिकली घंटी बजाता है आके पास, तो वो बहुत एंटिक लगा। वहाँ पे गर्दी भी बहुत हो गई थी।
My experience was very good. According to there was very much premium things which is manufactured in India and kept here. And the attractive most thing was that clock, which a figure-like structure comes out, rang the bell and goes.
More than just a museum, the Solar Jung is a reflection of one man's boundless imagination and dedication to beauty. Each artifact is a page in his personal narrative of discovery, obsession, and legacy. At the Solar Jung Museum, people don't just see history, they enter a world full of wonder, shaped over time by one man's dream.
In every gallery, the past speaks, inviting you to witness the beauty, brilliance, and depth of India's cultural heritage. And with that, we wrap up today's episode of My India. We will see you next week at the same time. Goodbye and take care.